Hey everyone, welcome to Founders 365 with me, Stephen Haggerty. Today I'm joined by Sohn, the founder of Jinjin, or as it's known on social media, Drink Jin Jin. How are you today?
Hi, yes, I'm good. Thank you very much. How are you, Stephen?
I'm very well, all the better for having you on the show. So thank you so much for spending and dedicating some time to me today. I really
Thank
appreciate
you
that.
very much for
And this
having
is
me.
your first podcast, so
Yes, ever.
I mean, this is a big day for you, and I'm honoured that I'm the first. This is going to be good.
Yes. Hopefully
Excellent.
it's going to be great.
Yeah, let's go with great. Well, screw good. Let's go with great. So,
Exactly.
I mean, let's get the first question out of the way because as a first time podcaster host, questions are always the one that people worry about. So let's start with an easy one. Just tell me what Drink Jin Jin is.
Okay, so Jinjin is natural enzyme cordial. You probably never heard of natural enzyme cordial before. It's like
I've
a
heard of
new
natural, enzyme, and cordial, just not
yeah,
together.
all separated.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a new category of drink. Doesn't exist anywhere in the market
Wow.
at the moment, as far as I know. I believe I'm the first one who bring this drink into Europe market.
Europe.
Yes. This drink is actually an ancient drink from Asia, similar to kombucha. No one actually can pinpoint where it's actually come from,
Love that.
but it's like was created century ago. So basically, it is a fermented drink from 35 raw and natural ingredients. It's all plant-based. So it's from fruits, vegetables, mushroom, and cultures. It's fermented for a really long time and it then mixed with water. So it's left us with a really thick consistency, like honey-like consistency. So in order to drink Jinjin, you just need to mix it with water or juice or drink of your choice.
Vodka.
However, Jinjin have like this complex enzyme, living bacteria in it. So don't heat it or don't freeze it because you might kill the enzyme in it. Like the goodness in it is this living bacteria.
The good stuff. So how did it come into your life? How did you discover it? And at what point did you go, oh, no one else is doing this in the market in Europe. I'm going to be the person to make this a product that is going to be in people's hands within the UK and Europe.
Yeah, so I actually been on drinking this drink for the past 5 years. I was introduced it from my father, who sent this magical drink to me and my husband 5 years ago. My husband, he's a chef. He's probably going to kill me. I'm telling you this because he doesn't like me talking about like personal story. Anyway, so basically my husband, he's a professional chef and he suffer with eczema on his hand. The more he works, is the worse it gets. The dermatologist and GP here were just saying like, you know what, you just need to quit your job. Your body can't handle it. So I try everything. I brew kombucha. We take probiotics. We try to eat kimchi and fermented food because we learned about like the living bacteria might help with the gut health. But you know, like bacteria is like trillions of bacteria in our bodies. I'm not quite sure which one that his body lacked of. Anyway, so like when we received this drink, we tried drinking it and it tastes amazing. It's lovely. So we've been on it.
Did you know what the drink was before your dad sent it to you?
No, never heard of it.
Oh wow! So did you tell your dad did you tell your dad the story about your husband's eczema?
Yes.
And he said, "Look, try this drink. I'm going to send it to you." Amazing.
He did do that. So he was trying this drink twice daily, and less than a week, his hand.
Wow.
I wouldn't say like all the eczema clear up, but it's improved massively.
Significant difference.
Yes. Wow. And you know, like as a partner, when I see him when he suffer with his hand, how can I put this? Basically, he used steroid like for 15 years. He sometimes needs to take antibiotics.
Yeah.
He hide his hand when
like
he's
the prescription creams and everything. So he's tried everything.
Yes.
And then your dad sends this mysterious drink to your house. and within a couple of weeks, there's a significant difference.
Yes.
That's
And
incredible.
it's not just like physically, it's mentally as well.
Yeah.
Because when you suffer on something, you will getting smaller and smaller. You refuse to go out. You refuse to eat this. It just ruin our
Massive mental
well-being.
health.
Yeah.
Incredible.
So that's why.
You saw the difference in your husband. It was almost like your first trial, I guess, of the drink.
Yeah.
At what point did you then go, oh, maybe I can turn this into a business, maybe I can sort of bottle it myself and create a market for it?
So basically, I didn't plan to do the business on this. But then one day my dad cannot find this drink anymore, so he can't send it to us anymore. So I flew to Taiwan to meet the manufacturer in order to buy it in bulk so we can have that. But then I learned like the mysterious world of gut health and how that it can benefit people. And I just thought like, you know what, this is a good thing, because right now people live in a fast-paced environment. Yeah. We all like, overlook of our physical and mentally well-being. And this thing could benefit like most of us, especially people who live in the capital city. Yeah. Like right now, the air that we breathe is have like toxic, like you have plastic molecules in everything. Exactly. The water that we drink, the fish that we eat have like mercury and all. So like our bodies can't get rid of all this toxic fast enough. So it's so in like allergy.
Yeah.
It
is great. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. And I love the story, the fact that it's quite a romantic story, I guess. You're trying to help your husband, you find this solution, this mysterious solution that your dad sends over, and then that mysterious solution runs out, so you go and find the source of it. I feel like there's a film in this or a book or something. But what were some of the challenges for you, obviously, when you went to Taiwan and saw the manufacturers and decided to bring that back? What were some of the challenges to just get the education of what Jinjin is for you guys? Because like you said, no one else is doing this in Europe. No one else is producing it. So it's completely unknown drink, unknown remedy. Obviously, we've got, like you said, it's kind of similar to the ethos of kombucha, which people understand, but it's also very different. So what were the challenges for you of just getting it to market and getting the sales in?
Yes. So like the biggest challenge is to raise the awareness to the people, because no one knows me, no one going to be able to search for Jinjin or enzyme cordial or anything like that. So that is like the massive challenge. Plus COVID doesn't help, because I can't go anywhere. I can't sell my drink at the market. Or if I'm approaching retailers like, Whole Food, Planet Organic, or like any supermarket, no one gonna take me in because I can't do any sampling at the moment. If I manage to be on the shelf, no one going to pick my bottles up because no one know what it is. Like they're reading, natural enzyme cordial. So
it's the biggest challenge at the moment for you is that education of what it is and the benefits. And how people, if they take it, the benefits they can have. How do you want to overcome that then? Because it's such a hard task educating people on a brand. I mean, you've put a brand new product in the marketplace, which is such something that should be so proud of and an achievement in itself. But what do you find has been the best form of education for people to truly understand the benefits?
So basically, like according to the UK law, I can't really sell benefit of Jinjin. I can't say like this drink.
You can't give promises.
No, not at all. However, probiotic is not scientific proof. It's holistic way of living, and I can say that there's a lot of cases that people consume probiotic and it helped with their immune system, or like eczema, or regulate their body functions. It have been like studies on that, but not like scientific research.
Yeah.
At the same time, it's maybe because of COVID, people start learning about gut health.
Mm-hmm.
I just did the research the other day, and globally, right now, 58% of like the world population start looking into the like holistic way of living.
Wow. Since COVID.
Yeah.
Wow.
Since COVID, and like consumer behavior as well. Now people want to be healthier. People want to eat healthier.
Yeah.
People change their diet to vegan, to like,
So a great opportunity for you, sort of moving into next year, to make a massive impact with this and really get that education down.
Yes, I'm actually hoping to do that. I am a startup, so I don't have like big investor supporting me or like standing behind.
Would you go down that route in terms of getting an investor on board?
Not at the moment. I think like maybe later day.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to try
it on your own
with all my power to see how it goes or where it goes. I'm still the only person in the company. I'm selling my drink. I'm designing my website. I write all the copies. I'm doing all my social media. Before this, I don't use Facebook or Instagram as much. But now I'm start learning.
Now you're the cool person.
I just want to see how far I can.
Yeah. And how does it feel running a business like this? How does it feel running a business that obviously you're so linked to in terms of the story and how it's come about? Do you enjoy it? Do you enjoy the process of the growth?
I loved it. I gotta say, I love it a lot. But a lot of time I feel like I want to give up.
Mm-hmm.
My background is in art. I organize events. I work in fashion. Like I study graphic design. I mean, I don't know anything.
So this is like completely different.
Completely different. And I just feel like I'm dipping my toe into the pool. Like, in the old I don't get and I don't understand. I learn everything from scratch. But I love this industry though. I need to say food and drink industry.
Yeah.
People tend to be really supportive and genuine.
I was going to say, I've had a couple of food and drink startups on and people that are more down the line. And everyone's just seems super supportive because it seems like one of those industries that is tough. It is, hard and competitive. But actually the founders of these companies all get it. They all understand the pain. They all understand the struggles. So they all, they offered loads of advice to each other. I'm in a couple of the Facebook groups, which is really interesting to see.
It is amazing, yes.
For you, you mentioned about you're obviously doing it alone and that struggles. How do you keep yourself motivated? How do you make sure that even though perhaps you do get those down days, how do you make sure that you're keeping yourself motivated to move forward?
I think it has become my mission when I decided to do Jinjin that I want to share this miracle drink to as many people as I can. I wouldn't say like Jinjin would help or cure everyone, but it will never harm anyone.
Great way to put it.
It's not a medicine, and it has greatly benefited me and my partner like significantly, and our life has changed.
Could you imagine what would you be doing if your dad didn't send?
I probably still working in like I don't know,
in the event sort of thing.
Yes.
And then you mentioned sort of being on your own. What's your support network? How do you make sure that you're doing the right thing? Make sure that you're working in that right direction, because that's often a hard thing to do when, especially if founders on their own, doing everything in these early stages. Who do you look up to? Who inspires you in the business world to do what you do?
All other founders, I'll say, or other brand. I learn lots from them, and I do not hesitate to ask.
That's great.
And they are great. Like everyone's happy to help, and they are supportive. I recently joined a virtual trade show called Bread and Jam, which is like a food and drink show, and it was amazing. I met so many people. It's a bit overwhelmed because it's my first show ever, but then like I made a lot of connection, and they all like just happy to help and give advice and be so supportive.
Is there a brand that you look up to and you inspire to sort of, you've seen their journey, you've watched their journey, and you're like, oh, I'd love to do some of what they've done?
Not really. I don't say it's just one brand. I think it's a collection of a lot of brands. And at the same time, like, because I'm a startup, so I don't have like a big budget to hire advertising agency to help me with the branding and marketing or any like promotion. Right now, I tend to connect with like other business owner, and we do something together. Not just cross promo on like giveaway, but we do like, maybe we do blog together, maybe we write something together, maybe when COVID is left, we can create event together without the middle person.
Yeah. And I
Not
suppose
the middle person is bad though. I mean, like, I don't have
cover your back. Moving forward, what's the dream for it? What's like the best situation that you can say happen with Drink Jin Jin, and in a couple of years time you look back and you go, oh, I'm so proud, and I absolutely nailed it. What does that situation look like?
What the situation look like at the moment? I want someone like you, Stephen, go to a restaurant and instead of order a glass of cola, you will be like, I'm going to start with a glass of Jinjin.
Yeah.
People will start calling out for Jinjin. I want it to go on the food service, because it's help with our digestion, it's enhance our like taste like, but I want Jinjin to be seen on every shelf of a retail. That's probably like my main thing.
How do you think it will feel when you walk into a shop and you see Jinjin on the shelf?
Oh, how nice would that be?
That'd be amazing, right?
Amazing, yes. Well, I'm selling in like some of independent shop in Hackney.
Okay, cool.
Some cafes all over London. But it's not big enough for me to go,
You want to go to the top straight away.
I would love to go to the top, and I want to contribute. I'll be able to like create a lot of job, contribute to like a society. Not that I'm sound a bit cheesy right now, but
we love a bit of cheese.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I want to see like Jinjin on a massive billboard. For example, when you come out of Dawson's Junction station, you see like this massive billboard. I think at the moment it's Oatly.
Oatly's everywhere.
Hopefully 2 years time will be Jinjin.
Jinjin.
Yeah.
There we go. One of my final questions, Son, is how has running a business like this impacted you personally compared to your, I don't want to say previous life in terms of the arts, because that's obviously still a huge part of your life, but in terms of just running a business like this compared to doing something like that, how has it impacted you personally on that sort of level?
It is difficult like working for myself, because you need to know when to switch on and off. I say it's not like you go into the office and then you leave.
How did you overcome that?
Thing. I still haven't overcome that, to be honest.
How have you created some sort of balance?
I kind of try to like I will never miss having dinner with my husband when I can. Like I will probably have like an hour to spend with my husband every day. So
that's
I think
that's having those boundaries, isn't it? It's about creating those boundaries so that for you to be focused on the business, you still need to have that sort of personal enjoyment in life.
Yes.
I think a lot of people nowadays go down that road of doing all or nothing.
Yes.
Where actually I think you can always create that balance, even if it is small segments of time throughout the day, like you said.
Yes, and it is true. Like it affects us. I don't want to be the person who actually like eating dinner and then look at my phone in a way of like working at the same time. And I don't think that's healthy. No. And what I'm sharing like right now, I just want to support people well-being. I can't turn to one that being like stressful all the time or like that would affect
it go against your values a little bit.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, like the big like inspiration I will get from like my client, really. The thing that the feeling like I want to go on and then I
Yeah.
want to share this is like all the feedback that I receive from my client.
And as you grow, that's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So you're going to get happier and happier and happier.
Hopefully.
I mean, there's no hope. There's no hope. You do. As Yoda says, do or do not. There is no try.
Yes, it is true. And I have like a passion to be successful. And I know like sometimes I probably want to cry, but I will smile all the way like, throughout my journey.
But the thing I love about this story is that it was born out of such an organic problem and an organic solution that actually the fact that you're so linked to it, not on just an emotional level, but also on sort of that holistic level, that you can see the benefit of people. That when I see founders that run companies like yours, they always have this sort of determined, never give up outlook, because you just know it can help so many people.
Yes.
And this is what I love about products like yours, is just the fact that I know that you will be around for years to come, because you know that it will help so many people.
Yes.
So it's like, I guess if you ever think about giving up, it's like the disservice of not helping people if you give up.
Yes, I have that thought like lots of time when I feel like I don't know what I'm doing.
You're doing great though. Look, you're still like you said, still a fairly early business. You've got it in some independence, which is great. You know, I know a couple of food and beverage founders that they only focus on independence. They actually don't want to go to the big dogs because of the sort of relationship that they have with them. And it's just about that not giving up and focusing on your goals and make sure you're doing everything that's aligned with your values, which is exactly what you're doing. I guess my final question is how can people find out more about Jinjin? How can people follow the journey? How can people buy Drink Jin Jin if they want to?
Okay, so like right now, Drink Jin Jin is available on a few independent platforms like the Food Market, A-Bound, Creo 8. It's also available on our own website, which is worldwideweb.drinkjinjin.com. You can find out or follow our journey through our Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, or LinkedIn at Drink Jin Jin.
Perfect.
Jinjin spelling JIN.
There we go. Nice and easy.
Tell you that was my mom named.
No, you didn't. Well, you told me before we went live, but you haven't said it on live. So quickly add that in, because otherwise she'd be really angry.
Yeah. Not sure that she wants me to tell everyone this is her name, actually. So it is my mom name. She's kind of against it.
Oh.
It's like Jinjin in Japanese it's not a right word. How can I say this? Okay, Jinjin in Japanese is mean like boy genitals.
Okay.
So my mom was like, don't use it, son. What's your name? I want to use it. And she was like, don't use it. And I was like, I'm doing business in the UK. It's fine.
You're gonna be okay. It sounds cool. You know, here it sounds great. Over there, you'll probably get a few question marks.
Yeah, like what are you selling again?
Yeah. What? So what does this do?
Yeah.
But no, I mean, it's so funny that she's. I hope in like a couple of years, she'll be like, I'm glad you chose the name.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm sure she will. But listen, thank you so much for coming on. Thanks for sharing the story. Like I said, I have no doubt that you're going to make Jinjin a success, and I wish you all the best of luck with it.
Thank you very, very much, Stephen. Like really, like pleasure to be here. My first podcast ever. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Very great.
Thanks everyone else for listening and watching. It's been Founders 365.